Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. Oh, we back. And with that said, we also have to cover Monday Night Raw on May 6th. May 4th, and NXT on May 6th. There you go. With me today is T-Money.
If you smell what the lion is cooking.
Let's go. Start it off, bro. What you got? Goddamn. MVP.
MVP has his VIP lounge.
Again.
And his guests are Asuka and Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax.
Courtesy of their match last week, which did not happen for the record. It was just a brawl. It's a triple threat match, was not happening. In which case, I keep saying which case. Anyway, they had a sit down. Asuka was jamming in Japanese about Kairi and how she's going to beat Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. But the first one who was asked, that's right. The first one was asked was Nia Jax on account that he asked her, what is she going to do? She says, you've seen what I've done. There's no question that I'm going to wreck everyone. That I am going to dominate. Shayna Baszler, when MVP asked her, what are you going to do? It said, my actions speak for me. And if you've seen what I've done, you know that I'm going to crush everyone. Bones and all. And then it gets into an eye contact between face to face of Shayna Baszler and Asuka, and they turn to Nia Jax. She's looking at them like, oh, I know you ain't. Oh, she's getting kicked so hard she rolls right out of the stage. And it's a brawl between these two women. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was supposed to be, but MVP got between them and said, whoa. Save it for the match. Save it for the match, y'all.
Because he's saying that he doesn't want y'all destroying his setup.
Yeah. And it's funny. I'm surprised that table must have been reinforced, because that table, Nia Jax is heavier than me. Hell, she was heavier than me than I am now, than I was back then in high school. I sat on a table similar to that, and I broke it in high school. Mm-hmm. But dude, I got chewed out for that. That mechanic shop worker guy, he did not mince words. He said, man, what the fuck were y'all thinking? I'm like, God damn, me and my boy Raymond were like, what the? I thought we weren't supposed to learn this. We were still immature back then. Yeah.
Shit, I was too.
In which case, the fact that Asuka's music was being played, it actually stands to favor of Asuka, since she had the final word, said he. Oh. Next. I know that was a chair. It sounded like you farted, but that was a chair. See, it's you doing it too!
I don't know why.
What the fuck? Okay, go back.
Okay.
Go back. No. Not that. See, it's doing it on both our phones. He's got unlimited data. I'm sharing the unlimited data off this, and it's getting the same damn thing. See, we're getting this. It's coming in slowly. What? No, it's not slowly. Look at this. Look at it. All we get is the videos. Look at that. Look at this. No words, just video. What the hell, WWE? I bet you when you go onto the computer, it's better. You get words. Because that's what I did this weekend on SmackDown. We got words. Very little.
Okay, I see now.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you get?
No,
what's the next match?
Okay. Seth Rollins sends a message to Drew McIntyre ahead of $30 million in the bank. No, I'm sorry, y'all.
That's fine.
The AJ Styles.
Oh yeah, there was a gauntlet match, a last chance gauntlet match, courtesy of the fact of Apollo Crews getting an injury thanks to wrestling with Andrade, the United States champion, which is weird because I'm going to say right now, Andrade was not in this gauntlet match, despite being the one to injure him. So what the hell? We would have a gauntlet match of pure delight. First, starting off this gauntlet, entering the ring first was none other than the almighty Bobby Lashley. And a lot of people were voting for him to win and clear out everybody. Kind of like Brock Lesnar did with the 16 competitors at the Royal Rumble here in Houston.
Yep.
Yeah. Almost made it past Braun Strowman, but Ricochet nut shot at him, Drew McIntyre claymored him, and he got eliminated. That was
He
fun.
wasn't happy too.
And he was. Anyway, first up to fight him would be none other than the second one to appear, Titus O'Neil. We have not seen that guy since WrestleMania. We have not seen him fight in months.
Well, he's been doing his own thing because he got his own bit. He got his own thing.
Oh, good to see him wrestle. And this match was perfect. Despite the fact that Titus O'Neil gave him one hell of a fight at the beginning, this match would go like that with a spear from Bobby Lashley. And the next opponent would be Akira Tozawa once again on Monday Night Raw on a losing streak. Purely on Monday Night Raw. We'll talk about that in the next part of NXT. In which case, he gets speared. Sent. Next one, another guy we haven't seen in a while. Ain't no stopping me, no! But we don't get that music. We get something Benjamin with the old music.
Yeah,
I meant not old music, the...
what's the name? American Alpha version too.
Song. Niece?
Huh?
No?
What?
Abel. Justin Abel?
No, Chad Gable.
Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Okay. So Chad Gable. Where is Chad Gable? Was he released?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Oh, I wonder. So in which case, he gets in there and he puts up one hell of a good fight, but like the others, he gets speared. Next up after that, as the fifth competitor.
Well, I could be wrong. He probably wasn't.
It would be Humberto Carrillo. But courtesy of the aggressiveness, Humberto was the only one to last the longest against Bobby Lashley, to the point that he gets real frustrated and doesn't pay attention to the referee, and he lays his hands on him. Ultimately getting disqualified by elimination. Eliminated by disqualification. Next up, of course, is his cousin, the...
Angel Garza.
Yep, the sixth competitor with Zelina Vega. I mean, Zelina. I said Zelina Vega. Aleister Black's wife.
Formerly known as Rosita from TNA.
Oh, Impact.
Yes.
There you go.
But no. She was on TNA before it became Impact.
Ooh. Almost a TNA regional?
No, yeah.
They end up fighting it out, and ultimately it would be Humberto who got the drop on his cousin, giving him the quick pin. Next up, right after, is another of her clients. Oh god, I forgot his name. Austin Theory. There you go. Austin Theory ends up fighting him and tries to do the same thing, but nope, it happens. Another quick pinfall by the Humberto Carrillo, and the next competitor would be the last one. And surprise, surprise, our boy Chris Petrie's favorite wrestler of all time is back from being buried alive by The Undertaker at the Boneyard match of WrestleMania 36. AJ Styles. He's back, and he's taking this opportunity to wreck Humberto, who's been worn out already, and steals the victory and the final spot of the Money in the Bank. Looking to be the Mr. Money in the Bank and Mr. Phenomenal. That's what it's gonna be. Mm-hmm. Even going so far to make an announcement that when he gets into the ring, whether it's Rey Mysterio or Aleister Black, he didn't mention the other competitors from SmackDown's end, he will most likely throw somebody off the building if necessary. Like, god damn. I did not think that was a possibility, but apparently they're mentioning it. Don't be surprised. We get a camera view of somebody jumping over the building and landing. It won't be shown, but it was landing on one of those stunt doubles, like movie effects, where they got a big ass air cushion that they can jump from the building, go boom, and survive.
We'll probably, I don't know if we do see it.
And then they cut, paste. There you go. He's on the car.
Well, I don't know if they allow, if the WWE allows them to do that.
Yeah, courtesy of this coronavirus, they're definitely trying to get into the movie magic business right now. Cut and paste.
Because someone has to, how it goes, someone has to do it first to see if it'll be okay for the wrestlers to do it.
Definitely going to be calling up some people who've done that.
Yeah.
Stunt doubles and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next? Because that was the end of the match. That was a long match, too. It was a gauntlet match.
Seth Rollins sends a message to Drew McIntyre say what he's going to do at Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm. And so does Buddy Murphy for his match against Drew McIntyre later that night. And Drew McIntyre gives his 2 cents. And we're going to see that later tonight. Next.
Shayne, Thorn, and Brandon Vink versus Ricochet and Cedric Alexander.
MVP gives words of encouragement and positivity to his guys to actually win this match. And knowing that they fought them before, they're hoping to get the win. And surprisingly, they do. Mm-hmm. The winners of this match are Thorn and Vic. I gotta remember that, because those guys' names I gotta remember.
Because there was a wrestler name with the last name Thorn.
Uh-huh. Next.
The Viking Raiders versus the Street Profits.
Honestly, I thought the title was on the line. The tag team titles.
It was a non-title.
I know, right? I thought it was.
It's probably going to be on the line or in Money in the Bank.
Yep. This was a very long match. I had to skip the button that skips every 5 minutes to avoid commercials, and I had to hit it like 4 times. That's over 20 minutes, bro.
Uh-huh. But the sad part is
what?
That it's hard for Eric not seeing his wife in WWE anymore.
Yeah.
His wife Sarah Logan.
Uh-huh.
You remember her husband is Eric,
bald guy of the Viking Raiders.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah.
In which case, in this match, the Viking Raiders reign supreme and conquering these guys. Seriously.
I like the Viking Raiders. So.
I do too. Street Profits and Viking Raiders I both like individually for different reasons. Viking Raiders are hard-ass fighters. The Street Profits are extreme good talent of showcase and energy.
They just kind of like a version of the tag team Crime Time.
Oh yeah.
But Viking Raiders, they kind of remind you of a mix between the Dudley Boys and the APA.
Yeah, I was thinking Dudley Boys.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, Charlotte Flair versus Liv Morgan.
In this point, Charlotte Flair was getting ready for her match this Wednesday. Well, this is Thursday where we're doing a recording for the record. And she's going to go up against Io Shirai and saying that she's pulling double duty, showing up on Mondays as well as Wednesdays. It's just, she's just egging herself on, making her inflate her head, her ego. Liv Morgan comes in, states that you may not remember me, but I'm here to fight you tonight and prove that I have value to be acknowledged by you. Enough said, she almost hit her with the Oblivion, her signature move, which is like a springboard off the ropes flatliner. But Charlotte Flair called it. She freaking got her out of the way and actually hit her with she didn't hit her with the Final Selection. That's her move. She actually caught her into the finger 8 lock. Twerking it, high.
Finger 4-8.
Finger 4-8, there you go. Twerking it up high, and she had no choice but to tap. She not
twerking me, pulling it up high so she can.
Yeah, it's like twerking it. It's like twerking it, or however you want to call it. It's a different word. Twerk and Turk, whatever you call it. Come on. Okay, hold up. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And next match, because Charlotte Flair won that match.
Drew McIntyre versus Murphy.
Straight up, Murphy lost. And Seth Rollins tries to jump him at the end and ends up getting nearly Claymored and is running for his life. Drew McIntyre is on his game and is looking to knock him out.
He almost got the Claymore.
He almost got, again, for the second time, he dodged and was beating the hell out of him. He dodged the curb stomp. Whee! Missed me. Was that it?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and look up NXT. And while he does that, a shout out to our brethren, the Heavens Monsters podcast crew. We got Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell. A shout out to y'all in the links in the descriptions down below to their YouTube channels. Check them out. And a remaining shout out to T-Money, Chris Petrie, Andre, Farrell, and Delvin. See, I was like, wait, run it through. Oh, it got blurry. It's looking for my face. Hold up. You scanning my face? There it goes.
I just found out about that Matt Riddle. He got called up to the office again.
About what?
About that whole thing with he was calling out Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. And
I thought they settled that. Damn.
Yeah, they did, and he said that it was just a work.
Look like Mortal Kombat. Like Mortal Kombat. I wouldn't be surprised their face max looks like characters from I want to be either Scorpion or Sub-Zero. Who did you say you want to be?
Ermac.
And then there's Smoke.
No, it was Ermac and Reptile.
Yeah, Reptile. There's a different Reptile. There's Reptile the Lizard and Reptile the Warrior.
Reptile the Warrior, because when he had what he looked like back in the day. I like that one.
And then Rain. There's Rain also.
Yeah, he was Asian, right? Yeah.
There's Smoke. There's Fog. There's Blood. Yeah. There's Blood one. I don't know. Crimson. Something like that.
Yeah, Crimson was No. Rain was purple.
Oh, and Frost. We can't forget Frost. She was a student of Sub-Zero.
Yeah, and then she betrayed him.
Yeah. Okay, this ain't no more about Mortal Kombat, but we were talking about masks. Yeah. Anyway, you get TNT, NXT.
Yeah.
Anything on WWE backstage was mostly about what was going on with Aleister Black, who came on the show, acknowledged by Renee Young, who mentioned his wife Zelina Vega, and he acknowledged that they are husband and wife, and it's fun to do the storyline that they push each other in the storylines. That's good. Yeah. And well as the fact that he addressed it to AJ Styles, he was asked that by Renee Young also on the subject on how he feels about being potentially thrown off the building. He says, I don't know why he gives off that strategy, but whether he's confident or not, but I will promise this. Whatever happens, I'm going to be knocking off some heads. Also, in addition, we had conversations on the hacker on SmackDown, and he made an appearance. Yeah. He made an appearance again.
They said that the hacker, it could be
CM Punk.
No.
She said that it could, somebody said CM Punk. I think it was Christian. Christian said it could be CM Punk.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna be.
Who was it?
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali. Okay. Okay. So his ride's here. One thing I want to take from this before you leave, dude. How did you think about Killer Cross now being rebranded as Killian Cross? I had to remember that. Killian. Carillion.
Korean Cross.
Korean Cross.
Yeah.
And Scarlett.
I'm not happy about Scarlett, what she's doing, what they got her doing.
Dude, when I saw their entrance, the first thing that came to mind was Metal Slug, or what do you call it? That old cartoon movie.
Yeah, well,
that kids should not watch.
Yeah, but here's the thing I saw on YouTube when they did that. They put it on YouTube. Mm-hmm. They said that someone commented saying that they didn't like how they is doing with Scarlett.
I kind of think that's cool. Also, did you notice she was the one singing the song for his entrance, for their entrance? Yeah, that was good. I liked it. It reminded me. It was like reminiscing on between Undertaker, Aleister Black, and even The Fiend. Yeah. The fog machine. There was still fog during that match. As short as it was, there was still fog in that match, and it made that even better. Yeah. I hate to say it. I can imagine when we get a full stadium again, how people are going to take that and just say, God knows whatever they want. And it's just going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Well, yeah, that's his woman.
Hell yeah. And usually, because of the fact that what we were used to seeing in Impact Wrestling, Scarlett Bordeaux, now it's just Scarlett, is definitely interesting to see them two together now, because you didn't see them together in Impact, but they were together. Now they're in together, and
no. Well, the reason why we see it because she was single at the time.
Yeah, but to see them like this, whether it's Killer Cross in Lucha Underground, Killer Cross in Impact, he's never looked better, dude. He looks badass. He's even got new tattoos. Yeah. All over his chest and arm. Dude, from 1 to 10, what would you give Killer Cross and Scarlett and both of them together? Give us 3 sets of numbers.
Separate.
Okay.
I don't know. I be fancy. Cross. I give him an 8.
An 8? Oh, that's good.
Scarlett, I gave it 10.
And together?
9.
A 9.
All
high numbers. And I agree. I give Killer Cross a 10. Scarlett, I give her a 9 because what we're used to is seeing her sexy. This is a whole this is a whole different kind of sexy.
Yeah, so her sexuality.
This one is a whole different kind. She is violent. She is a mistress. She is the type that brings people's S&M fantasies to life. Woohoo! But I don't know how people are going to react to that. I think she's just violent. It kind of reminds me of that vampire guy and his vampire mistress.
Oh, you talking about Kevin Thorn?
Yeah. That's the other guy you were thinking. Thorn.
Yeah, Kevin Thorn.
You were mentioning that.
He's on independent wrestling shows now.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me of that. So T-Money is leaving this audience. I will cover to the best of my abilities on my own. Okay? All right. Bye, bro.
Bye, bro. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. All right. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Okay. Starting off, well, we covered that part together. That's the part I wanted to cover. And he won his match with ease. Using a move, I can't look it up. God damn it. I don't know what it's called. If you know what it's called, put it in the comments down below what it's finished there. It's called that move. Oi. It's like a combination of the angle slam meets a German suplex, and it's just quick. Bam! Foot, the neck, and the shoulders. He did it twice too. And then made him tap out with the straight jacket. Kieran Cross. Kieran. It sounds like killer, but Kieran. I never. First up the night, though, was Johnny Gargano versus Damien Dozovic. And of course, Kylie Ray, her husband to Johnny Gargano, kind of kept interfering in the match, ultimately giving Johnny Gargano the win from an exposed turnbuckle that Dominic Dozovic actually exposed himself. And ended up losing the match with his custom DDT. Next up, the Cruiserweight Championship Tournament Block B continues with Akira Tozawa as well as Gentleman Jack Gallagher. Oddly enough, despite the fact I mentioned this earlier, with Akira Tozawa having a major losing streak on Monday Night Raw, he instead has an incredible winning streak going on in the Cruiserweight Championship 2-0. Nobody's pinned him or made him submit in the match in the Cruiserweight tournament. And he's looking to be the number one to win in all of it. And his resume says he might just. On the other hand, both with 2 losses, no wins, is Gentleman Gallagher on B block, while Tony Nese is with 2 losses, no wins on A block. Not looking good, dudes. Not looking good. Next up, we have Green. What's her name? Chelsea Green from Robert Stone brand, going up against Zia Lee. I think it's X, so Zia Lee. She is supposed to have a one-on-one match, but her person that I forget her name too. She ends up busting her face in the previous pass and still holds resentment for Zia Lee. Ultimately, by interfering in the match, Chelsea Green gets the win, moving on to the tournament. And now we are looking to see that Robert Stone brand is learning to expand with this other woman who helped get the win, even though she didn't stick around with them to showcase that. Next was the match, premiering match, debut match of Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Woo! Seriously, check out that entrance. It is badass. Fog, mystery, the lip movement, the presence. These two are definitely going to go far in WWE. We got a lot of fans of the darkness. These guys and the psychotic. So WWE fans, enjoy. Next is the women's NXT Championship title match, defending the title, Charlotte Flair, and the opponent is Io Shirai. These two would lay it out. I mean, lay it out. They pulled all the punches, but ultimately it was Charlotte Flair who ends up using a kendo stick and gets disqualified, ultimately retaining her title, but losing the match to Io Shirai. In comes to rescue a person we haven't seen since WrestleMania and losing the title. Rhea Ripley makes her return and definitely gets in the face of Charlotte Flair, making her run and asking for a title to be handed to her. Ultimately standing tall in the ring, comes into ring a defeated but victorious Io Shirai, looking to her, demanding that she didn't want any help. Coming back from commercial break, these two would actually be in a fight, knowing that they didn't want each other around. They're competitive as hell, coming off the victory, but still losing the title. And Rhea Ripley making her presence known that she wants that title. She's not going to stand for anybody getting in front of her. So those two are just having a brawl, and everybody's having to try their best to break them apart. Next after that is the continuation on the B block of the Cruiserweight Championship. This guy, I forgot his name, but he ends up going against Kushida, and Kushida wins the match using the armbar submission hold, or the hoverboard, Kimura lock. Oops. Next is the return of Finn Balor, appointing the issue of him being jumped. He does not know who jumped him, but whoever jumped him, he said he will seek them out, he will find them, and he will make them pay in pain for what they did. He usually says he'll make people famous. He plans on making them hurt. And after Cameron Grimes' match with a WWE Performance star, he makes quick work of him and starts putting Finn Balor's name out of his mouth, saying that if he was in front of him, he slapped the taste of. Finn Balor is coming up from behind him, looks at him and like, the hell you saying? He's like, yo, I'm sorry. I'm just in the hype of the moment. That he's like, you want to go, man? Slap me. Come on. Let's go. And they go, come on. They get in a feud. And of course, they had to be broken up. But it's official. Next week, we will have Cameron Grimes going up against Finn Balor to see who will win that match and have bragging rights, without question. Finally, we have the main event. We have the Velveteen Dream looking to make the longest NXT champion, Adam Cole, baby, get Dream over. These two would definitely just fight it out. And of course, the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong, and I think Bobby Fish, or was it Kyle O'Reilly? It was two of them. I know Roderick Strong was one of them. And they were interrupted from coming into the ring by somebody who was underneath the ring the whole time. Dexter Lumis. Whoa, Mr. Creepy. Coming to the aid of Velveteen Dream once again. Though, despite that, thanks to the interference going on outside and the fact that the referee was knocked out for some reason, Velveteen Dream hits the flying elbow, purple rainmaker as he calls it, and has for a 5 count of all things, looking for the referee. The referee is nowhere to be seen, and by the time the referee gets up, the knee shot to the back of the head of Velveteen Dream by the leader of the Undisputed Era and retaining his title, Adam Cole, still your NXT champion. Damn. This sucks. So now Velveteen is having to be put in the back. That sucks. That really sucks. Was there anything else? Yeah. Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea Green. I called it. I'm called. Okay. Nothing else. That's all, folks. Anything else to cover? Not really. None I can think of. Too bad T-Money had to leave. He probably had something. We'll have to cover it in another time. In which case, if you enjoyed this video, that will be the end of the video, by the way. This is it. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. You didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button, like the content, hit that notification bell for the next Heaven Monsters podcast, hopefully this weekend. With Chris Petrie's going to show up for the Money in the Bank, and I hope you enjoy it. I most certainly am. I don't know. I'm going to have to see. And of course, I'll be hollering at my boys and saying, hey, let's get ready for the podcast. Camera time. I don't know what we'll do. We'll try. I'm going to look for my mom. My mom and me have been trying to figure out ways to actually put their faces on my big screen TV, but it's to no avail. It's not working. Facebook has been trying to do also some other things that can have a conversation with anybody not on Facebook. Just sending a link, so we'll have to wait on that. With that said, that's all. I hope you enjoy. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, y'all. Bye-bye.